Hello, everyone out there in YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego, and today we are going to finish talking about Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's right, Breakfast at Tiffany's, your favorite fucking bullshit rom-com from 1961, starring Audrey Hepburn and the great George Papard. No, he's not great. He's not great. Not in this. He was great in the A-Team. When I was a kid in the 80s and I watched the A-Team with Mr. T, and Dirk Benedict. Yeah, that was a fucking show, man. Let me tell you, the A-Team. That was a shit where he played John Hannibal Smith. But here he plays some pussy named Paul Varjak, who's a male gigolo who falls in love with a fucking prostitute named Holly Golightly. Yeah, that's not her real name. Okay, and apparently women all over the world love this movie. Okay, now this movie does have its charms. I called it a piece of shit. It is a piece of shit, but there is some good things here. Okay, it's not all bad. Okay, that's not been my intention throughout this review. I have been trying to point out to you all the bullshit that's in there, why it's not believable, why it's not realistic. Okay, I think I pointed out pretty much all of it there. But this movie does have its charms. Okay, there is something special about this movie, and I can understand why so many women in particular love this movie. You got to remember, in 1961, this movie was pushing the envelope as far as things you could get away with. Okay, you couldn't really show nudity. You couldn't have gay people in there. There's a lot of things you couldn't do in 1961, which of course you can do it today. I mean, watch any show on fucking Netflix or Hulu, man. There's always fucking, you're gonna see titties, you're gonna see gay people kissing each other, you're gonna see all sorts of bullshit like that. You couldn't get away with that stuff back in the day, all right? You couldn't, all right? So they had to turn this thing, which was a risque novel, was a short story by Truman Capote, a very famous gay fucking socialite writer, okay? Let it take this thing, which was basically about a gay man who meets this prostitute, bisexual young woman who's 18, and she's a gold digger. She fucks men for money. She ran away from her home in Tulip, Texas, that kind of thing. She's trying to hide from her past, and do something better with her life, and she's doing that by hooking, basically, But she's a high-priced hoe, okay? And she befriends this writer who's a gay guy, and they become really good friends, And she becomes his, well, you know what? I'm gonna just say it, fag hag. Okay, and he becomes her confidant and stuff like that. He loves her, but he's not sexually attracted to her. Okay, but he helps her out through her problems and stuff. And then at the end of the book, she decides that she's going to run off to Brazil, even though her Brazilianaire fiance dumped her because she was arrested because she was a messenger for the mob. Okay, she decides to skip bail and go to Brazil anyway. Okay, well the writer's pissed off about that. He tries to talk her out of it, but she does not. She leaves anyway. That's how the book ended. Okay, she threw the cat out of the cab and she went off. There was no love scene. There was no speech about how you're still in that cage. None of that shit happened in the book. All right. The theme of the book was basically that, hey, listen, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. Okay, and Holly never learns her lesson. Okay, she's got a friend here who's willing to help her out. She's got people that like her. She doesn't have to gold dig them. But she would rather just continue her lifestyle the way it is. Well, you got to remember, in the book, she's 20 years old. She's a fucking kid. She doesn't understand what the fuck's going on. She's too naive to really to come down to earth yet. She's still living in the clouds. Okay, and in the book, they tell you, no one should want to live in the clouds because it's empty up there. Okay, that's the metaphor. That's the running theme throughout the book. Okay, but the writer feels sorry for her. She runs off to go to Brazil anyway. He gets a letter from her. He looks for the cat. He cannot find the cat. He does get a letter from her, promise that she's doing great, that she's happy in Brazil, that she's going to come visit someday, but she never does, and the writer never sees her again. Now, the reason I call him the writer and not Paul Varjak was because in the book, the narrator did not have a name, okay? The gay guy writer did not have a name. He did not fall in love with Holly Golightly. He was not a male gigolo, okay? None of that shit happened, okay? In the book, it takes place in 1943. The book was published in 1958. It's about a gay guy who's in a gay bar talking to a gay bartender named Joe Bloom, I think his name was. Okay, and he's telling him a story about how back in 1943 he met this girl named Holly Golightly who was 18 and lived underneath him in his building, and all their adventures that they had. Okay, so he's recounting a story that happened a good 15 years earlier. Okay, so that's how it was in the book, but in the movie it all takes place in 1961. All right, so that's going on here. There is no love story. She gets in the cab. She goes off to Brazil. He hears from her. She promises to come visit him. She does not. He never sees her again. Okay. However, he's upset because he actually looked for the cat that she threw out of the cab. He found the cat later on. He actually was walking by the street and he saw that the exact same cat that she had in the window with a collar on it. So some family had adopted that cat and was loving that cat and feeding that cat and taking care of that cat. And he says, I'm pretty sure that cat has a name by now. Okay. And I hope that Holly can say the same. I hope she's got a name by now and I hope she's happy and I hope someone took her in and took care of her and that she's part of a family now and that she's loved. You know, he hopes that for her, but he doesn't know for sure if that's what happened because he never heard from her or saw her again. Okay, boom. That's the end of the story, the book, not the movie. In the movie, the writer is actually a heterosexual guy, George Papard, okay? Paul Varjak, that's his character, okay? He's a gigolo slash writer, but he quit the gigolo business. He fired his one client that he had. She was paying him $300 an orgasm, okay? And this is 1961. Okay, that's a lot more money. That's like $3,000. Okay, that's some great work. Hey, how would you like to fucking to get paid $3,000 every time you fuck your sugar mama? Yeah, not bad. I know I would. I know I have. No, we're not talking about me. I'm kidding. Anyway, so that's what he was doing, but he fired his sugar mama because he fell in love with Holly Kalali. He fell in love with this fucking slut. Okay, this girl who fucks rich guys, despite the fact that she actively talks about fucking other guys in front of him. Okay, when they first met each other, really, when she snuck into his room, okay, when his sugar mama had just paid him, left the money on the counter and walked out the door, she snuck into his bedroom because he leaves the fucking window unlocked. Okay, she snuck in there and she asked him, what do you do? And he said, oh, I'm a writer. And she's like, oh yeah, well I fucked some guy named Dylan Shackelford or some shit like that. Dan Shackelford, you ever heard of him? He's like, no, well I fucked him. He's a writer. You know, have you ever published anything? You know, that kind of shit, you know. So already she's being elitist, you know, like, are you a real writer or whatever, you know. So she's basically letting him know that, hey, listen, I only fuck high quality men. But despite the fact that she says that, she sends mixed signals because she tells him over and over again how she only fucks high quality men who have a lot of money, a lot of social influence. You know, that's what she fucks, but then she flirts with him. And she makes him think that she needs him or else she can't go through it. And of course, he falls for her. He's Captain Save-A-Ho now, and he wants to save her from her horrible life, from all the men, all the rats, as she calls them, that have hurt her and abused her. I can save you, sweetheart. Of course, by doing all this shit, he has put himself in the fucking friend zone. Okay, because this is exactly what Holly wanted. It's one thing Holly can do. She can't cook. Okay, she can't work. She can't get a real job. Come on, okay? She can't do anything like that, okay? But what she can do is she knows how to flirt with men. She knows how to tell men exactly what they want to hear so that they can feel good about themselves, so that they'll want to fucking shill out the money to her, okay? She's validating them, okay? It's different when a woman validates a man. It's a totally different feeling than when a man validates a man, okay? And it's a lot different than when you validate yourself, okay? It's one thing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, hey, man, I'm a hot motherfucker, okay? It's another thing to have a woman come up to you and tell you, hey, you know what, you're a hot motherfucker. You know, it's a totally different feeling, okay? And Holly knows how to do that. She knows how to make these men who have a lot of money but not very much social skills, how to make them feel good about them, how to make them feel like they're a stud, okay? And that's how she manipulates men to fucking get them to do what she wants, okay? In the case of her tricks that she turns, okay, those guys are all rich. They all give her money. Hell, they give her $50 just to go to the bathroom every time they go out. And of course, they pay for everything. But with someone like Paul who doesn't have money, okay, she can still get him to fucking listen to her problems, to massage her ego, to get drunk with her, you know. Just to have a good-looking guy to walk around when she goes shopping, you know, that kind of thing. He's in the friend zone. I know. I've been there myself. I've fallen for this shit. That's how I know it works. Okay, I myself have fallen for the same shit that fucking Holly Golightly has done. Okay, so I know the shit works. Okay, but today in 2023, most women aren't going to do it. They're not going to, unless it's a high-value man, unless it's like a Brad Pitt or some shit like that, or some celebrity, or Harry Styles, or some shit like that walking down the street, maybe Elon Musk. Then yes, women are going to fawn over that guy. But it's just an average guy. Women aren't going to go up there and treat him like a fucking king. Of course not. Okay, society tells you you're not supposed to do that anymore. Okay, it's 2023. You know, women have to act like men, and men have to act like women. That's the way it is today. Well, that's not true, but that's what you're getting told today, especially in Hollywood. That's why a movie like this would never get made today. Okay, a movie where a woman actually fucking tells a guy what he wants to hear. Okay, and he in turn falls in love with her and wants to protect her, and she's like, no, that ain't gonna happen today. Not in 2023, but it did happen in 1961. Okay, and this movie is is a great example of there's just one thing I will give Audrey Hepburn. She knows how to be feminine. She's very feminine in this movie, and that's what saves the movie. I already said it before. The two best actors in this movie are Audrey Hepburn and the fucking cat. Okay, they both bring believable performances. Everyone else is fucking full of shit. Everyone else is a cartoon character. They're not a real person. It's like watching fucking Sex and the City again. Even the fucking leading man in this movie, George Papard, he's a box of cardboard. He's a fucking Ken doll. He has no his range of emotion is and that's it. That's it. His face doesn't have any other expressions at all. Okay? His hair is perfectly coiffed no matter how many girls he's been fucking or how long he's been sleeping in bed. His hair is perfect when he wakes up in the morning. I swear to God, that fucking hairspray he's wearing, he could survive a fucking motorcycle accident with that fucking hairspray. Every hair is perfectly in place. Okay? His pajamas aren't, his bed sheets aren't, but his hair is perfect. All right? Every fucking scene that he's in, except for one. All right. So he falls in love with this prostitute, Holly Galali. He wants to love her, but she, of course, pushes him away. She finds some rich guy, a Brazilianaire, okay, named Jose Pereira, okay, whose father is, I guess he's in line to be the next president of Brazil. He comes from a super wealthy family. He's just visiting America. I guess he works for the United Nations or some shit like that. He's doing shit in Washington. And she agreed to get this guy to fucking propose to her. Well, she hasn't proposed to him yet, but she agreed to convince him to get her to move to fucking Brazil so that they can be together over there, okay? And she's looking for one day to have this guy fucking marry her. That's what she thinks is going to happen, but he hasn't officially done it yet. But she even told Paul she wanted to say goodbye to Paul. She invited him. He doesn't live there anymore. He's not swallowing her bullshit anymore. But as soon as she fucking finds him and tells him to come over, he immediately fucking runs over there like it's no fucking tomorrow, okay? Because he's still in love with her. Of course, in the 3 or 6 months that he's been gone, that he has not seen her, he has not met any other women. He has not dated any other women. He hasn't been attracted to any other women. Okay, he sure as fuck hasn't been fucking peddling his pud to other women during that time. He got a real job, but we don't know what it is, and he's also sold a few short stories to some magazines, which Holly has read, and that's it. But he's still in love with Holly, okay, despite the fact that she's all Brazil now. She's trying to learn Portuguese. She's trying to be all this fucking bullshit that he knows she ain't gonna do. Okay, this is all the shit that she gave him up for because he already offered himself to her. He already told her at the library, "I love you. You need to be with me." After she fucked him, after they actually had sex, he immediately thought that now she's in love with him, and when she turned him down and told her, no, I'm not in love with you. I'm going to marry Jose. I'm looking for him. I want to be with him and not you. He got all pissed off and left. And that was the last time she saw him. Well, she saw him when he threw out the trash and she had her little meltdown, her room trashing meltdown when she found out that her fucking brother died because her pussy fucking boyfriend, Jose, didn't know how to handle it. He got too fucking scared and asked Paul for help. Okay. When she had her famous room trashing scene. Okay. But now he's back in her life again. He took her out for dinner and they got arrested. They got arrested because the cops were building up a case against Sally Tomato and his lieutenant, Mr. O'Shaughnessy, okay, who Holly thought was a lawyer. Anyway, Mr. O'Shaughnessy was paying her $100 a week to go to fucking Sing Sing prison and visit fucking Sally Tomato and get the weather report from him, okay, which is basically coded for his orders to give to the mob. And that's what she's been doing, and she's too fucking stupid despite the fact that she's 31 years old, and in the book she was 19, but in the movie she's 31 years old. She's too fucking stupid to realize what's happening. All she knows is that she likes Sally. He's a cool guy. She's fun to talk to. He gives a shit about her despite the fact that he's fucking in prison, and she has no idea what this weather report is, and she thinks it's kind of weird that she would have to give a weather report, but she does it anyway, doesn't question it. Well, she gets arrested because she's basically a messenger for the fucking mob. That's the instrument they're using so he can give orders to his gang. Okay, so she gets arrested, Mr. O'Shaughnessy gets arrested, and Paul gets arrested, but they don't hold Paul very long because he was just wrong place, wrong time. He had nothing to do with this. Okay, but luckily Paul does call O.J. Berman, who is this guy, this agent, this Hollywood casting agent who used to fuck Holly back in the day, back when she was Lula Mae Barnes. He helped her out when she first got to Hollywood. He got rid of her fucking French. He got rid of her hillbilly redneck accent by giving her French lessons, okay? And then he hooked her up with an audition for a major motion picture while he was banging her. And she instead went to New York, did not show up for the audition, ruined his reputation, but he's still friends with her for some fucking reason. He thinks she's cool. She's a real phony, as he says. And she went to New York and just decided to stay in New York. So she never did become an actress and started dating all these rich guys. And that's what she's been doing, okay? Well, Paul calls him in LA, okay? He's busy playing with his fucking mechanical bed, and he's on speakerphone, which was science fiction back in 1961. But he's on his speakerphone talking to Paul. He said, "Don't worry about it. I sent my lawyer over there. He'll have her out tomorrow morning. You fucking get her shit out of her apartment, and when you pick her up at the police station, you put her in a fucking hotel under a fake name and make sure she does not talk to the fucking press and leave my fucking name out of it. I don't owe her nothing, but goddamn it, she's a phony, but goddamn it, she's a real phony." And that's it, all right? So Paul's excited by this. He picks her at the police station. He also gives her a letter that he got from fucking Jose's cousin, not Jose, Jose's cousin, basically telling her to fuck off because when she got arrested, okay, she posed for the photographers and she actually gave statements to the reporters as she was being booked, okay, and smoking a cigarette, okay, thereby incriminating herself, okay, as being a messenger for the mob. She did all this without a lawyer because she didn't have a lawyer, okay, and so now that's the front page story is Sally Tomatoes got bagged or some shit like that, all right? So there's a big scandal involving Holly Golightly now, okay? So basically no rich socialite men want to date her now because she's involved in this scandal, okay? So basically she's been, what we call today in 2023, she's canceled. She's been canceled, okay? So now her sugar daddy, her meal ticket, Jose Pereira, wants nothing to do with her. He sent his cousin to give her a message saying, hey, listen, man, I can't have you living with me. I can't be associated with you. I have my family. I have my name to protect, and I can't be associated with a woman who goes in the fucking newspapers and admits to being involved with the mob. Okay, so he calls it off. He tells her, forget about me. I ain't gonna fucking take care of your ass. I sure as fucking not gonna support your ass. Go find some other fucking sucker. Okay. Well, guess what? The other sucker's right there. Okay, in the cab with her as she's getting dressed. That is Paul Varjak. Okay, he reads her this thing and he tells her, hey, listen, I'm gonna do what OJ said. I'm gonna check you into a hotel under a fake name. She's like, no. The cab driver's gonna take me to the airport. I'm going to Brazil. I got a perfectly good plane ticket already. I'm going to Brazil, and after I get there, Paul, what I want you to do is I want you to look up the 50 richest men in Brazil and send me that list, okay? Well, Paul's pissed off about it. He's like, fuck this noise. No, I love you. Don't you understand? I love you. I just want to love you, goddammit. I love you. I love you. I love you. Don't you understand? She's like, I'm a wild thing. I don't belong to anybody. I'm not going to be in a cage. I'm like this cat right here. No name. We don't belong to anybody and nobody belongs to us. And we don't even belong to each other. And she tells the cat to pull over. She throws the cat out in the fucking thunderstorm into a fucking alley. Paul's had it by this time. He's like, okay, I've been sipping for your fucking whoring ass throughout the entire fucking movie. Okay, I have been trying to get you to fall. I even canceled my fucking sugar mama that I was boning, that I was laying the pipe for, okay? That I was peddling my pud for. Okay, I got rid of her. I got a real fucking job. No, it doesn't pay as much as banging middle-aged women, but you know what? It pays the bills, okay? I'm also selling my story, so you got me into writing again, okay? I'm not living in that expensive posh apartment above you anymore. I'm living in a more modest place. Okay, they don't see what it looks like or anything, okay? But God damn it, I love you, okay? I love you, and I want to be with you. I know you're a whore. I know you only fuck rich guys. I know I'm the poorest dick you've ever had since you lived in fucking Tulip, Texas, okay, when you were Lula Mae Barnes. But God damn it, I love you. And that's what separates me from all the other men that you've been fucking. And she's like, you can't cage a wild thing. And then he tells her, he says, okay, fuck this. He pays the cat. I'm getting the fuck out of here. And here, by the way, here's this goddamn Cracker Jack ring that I found that your husband gave me from his Cracker Jack box, the prize that I had engraved at Tiffany's with our initials. Here, you bitch. Here, you can have it. I don't want any more. He's like, the truth is you're just chicken, Holly. You're just a coward. You're too afraid to fall in love. You keep calling yourself a wild thing. You can't be put in a cage. Well, baby, you're already in that cage. It's a cage you built yourself. Damn, man, he's going for it. Like I said, none of this happened in the short story, okay? And then he fucking slams a door on her, and she's just like smoking her cigarette with the windows up in the backseat of the cab. There's no smoke in her face or nothing. And of course she has a chin. You can see it on her face. And this is where I'll say, Audrey Hepburn is a brilliant actress. She really does display the emotion, okay? When he's chastising her for being a fucking stupid, for not trusting people with her heart, for passing up a good thing when it's right in front of you. Here, I'm offering you true love right here. Nothing fake. There's nothing superficial about this. I'm in love with you, legitimately in love with you. I know you're a fucking whore. I know that you only fuck rich guys. I know about your past. I know that you fucked over your husband, your 50-year-old husband. husband that married you when you were 12. Okay, I know that you made up all this bullshit story about moving to New York and trying to make money to take care of your younger brother Fred, who just passed away recently. Okay, but yet you kept telling yourself you were doing this for him when the truth is you were doing it for yourself. I know all this shit. Okay, I know about you and Sally Tomato. I know about that you were fucking OJ Berman, your fucking casting agent in LA. I know all of this stuff. I know that you fucked Rusty Twaller. I know that you fucked Jose Pereira, the rich guy, these two rich guys that were at the party. I know that. I know that you've smoked more meat than Hickory Farms, but you know what? I love you. I'm still in love with you. I just want to love you. For 300 bucks a pop. No. I just want to love you for free. For free. Oh, dude, see, yeah, okay, dude, someone's got to put the capitalism back in this fucking scene here, okay? If you're good at something, you don't do it for free, okay? Okay, Paul? All right, anyway. So yeah, okay, so of course she has a chain on. She listens to him. She says nothing. She just smokes her cigarette, and you can see the look in her eyes. She's all... and she runs out of the cab. And there's the obligatory fucking chase scene that every fucking rom-com has it. The person fucking running towards somebody, you know, usually the airport or the fucking bridge. Name any fucking rom-com, okay? There's always some motherfucker chasing somebody, okay? There's always someone literally running towards somebody, okay? Okay, think of that movie fucking, what was it, My Best Friend's Wedding? Remember that one? Where fucking Cameron Diaz was running and Dermot Mulroney was chasing her and Julia Roberts was chasing him. And she calls her gay friend, hey, and he tells her, well, who's chasing you? Yeah, exactly. You know, remember Sleepless in Seattle? Not Sleepless in Seattle. Well, that was another one too. But remember, what was it? When Harry Met Sally, where fucking Billy Crystal's running in the rain after Meg Ryan. All that bullshit. That shit doesn't happen in real life. Okay, it doesn't happen in real life. Okay, it only happens in this bullshit Sex and the City crap. But anyway, so that's going on here. She runs after him. She's screaming for the kids. Where's the cat? He's like, I don't know. Which really means that you know, she ran after Paul. Okay, let's face it. She cares more about Paul than she does about the cat. Okay, Paul tells her, I don't know, which basically is code for I don't know. He's surprised that she followed him, which means that there's a chance that they can be together. But he told her, I don't know if we're going to work out. I don't know. I'm just going to give it a chance. That's all I want to do. I just want to throw myself into this 100%. But I don't know if you and I are going to work out. I can't see the future. You know, I'm doing this. This is a leap of faith for me too. It's not just for you. You know, I'm trying to change my life. I quit whoring myself. I gave up the whoring. I gave up fucking schlong schlinging as well, you know, so I don't know what's going to happen, you know, I got a normal job now, I'm just an average guy, but damn it, I want to be with you, and I want to make this thing work, and I want to give it a shot, you know, that's what he's telling her, you know, I don't have the money that you're used to, but damn it, you know, I love you, you know, I care about you, you know, I give a shit about you, you know, that's the truth, you know. Why? I don't know, you know, I mean, her body count, I mean, she's got more bodies than Hitler, I'm pretty sure, but oh well. This was written by a gay guy, okay? This was written by a gay guy, okay? So, of course, this is their idea of heterosexuality, okay? So, anyway, she runs into the fucking alley, goes through all these crates looking for the cat. It's pouring rain. She's soaked in her trench coat. He's wearing a trench coat. Cat, you know? And then finally we see the cat. You know, she's trying to... And the truth is, okay, she's not just trying to look for the cat. She's trying to find herself. She's trying to find her pussy. Literally and figuratively, she's trying to find her pussy. She's trying to see if her pussy will respond to fucking monogamy. We know it won't, but you know, they never did make a sequel, right? That's why they don't make sequels to chick flicks. Or very rarely do they make sequels to chick flicks. I mean, the only one I can think of is like Bridget Jones' Diary. Remember that one? Remember that piece of shit? Okay, the first one, you know, the good guy and then the asshole. She falls in love with the good guy. After she fucked the asshole, she falls in love with the good guy. And by the third one, she's already fucked two different guys at the same time. She has no idea which one's the baby's daddy. Yeah, that's a sequel to a rom-com, okay? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Anyway, so yeah, she's looking for the cat. She's screaming for her pussy, her cat. Okay, and she stares at Paul, you know, for a while, you know, in the rain. They stare at each other, you know, and then finally the cat just magically appears, like a poof, there's the cat right there. okay? And Holly grabs the cat and starts hugging it well as best she can without getting fucking cat fur on her face and shit, you know? Because, you know, she is a star, you know? And so, of course, you know, she's hugging the cat and kissing the cat and rubbing the cat, you know? She even wraps her trench coat around the cat a little bit, you know? And, and that's what's going on here. Holly grabs the cat and hugs him in the rain, okay? And I think that in a lot of ways, the cat is also a metaphor for Lula Mae, for who she really is. The person she's been trying to escape is Lula Mae. She doesn't like Lula Mae. She doesn't like Lula Mae. Lula Mae was a victim who needed people to take care of her. Okay, she was all, you know, and even though she claims that she's independent and she's some wow thing that can't be caged, the truth is she's still a fucking dependent on men. Okay, she's still, just because she knows how to manipulate them doesn't mean that she doesn't still need men to take care of her. Okay, that's her whole racket. That's her whole scam. Is I need a man to take care of me. Okay, she needed it in desperation when she was a kid. Let's face it, she was a child. She was a child when she married fucking Doc Golightly, you know, and took care of her brother and was stealing fucking turkey eggs. Okay, she was a child, but now she's an adult and she does it for fun. She does it for sport. She does it because she loves the challenge. She doesn't do it for her fucking brother. Get the fuck out of here. She hasn't even seen her brother in 6 years. Okay? She doesn't do it for her brother. She does it for herself. She does it for her ego. Okay? That's the difference now. I think she's trying to find that part of herself again that can just want to be with somebody, because I don't think she knows how to do it. Now, for those of you out there that thinks this is a wonderful love story, it's not. It's a bullshit message. I've said that since the fucking beginning. Guys, this is not the woman you want to fucking put a ring on, okay? A lot of guys better than you have done that to women like this, okay? And they ain't married anymore, okay? They lost all their fucking shit in the divorce, all right? No, this is a red flag all the fucking way. She's been a red flag since you first meet her, okay? This woman has no integrity. She doesn't give a shit about you. She cares about herself. Okay, and what you can do for her. She doesn't care about you. All she cares about is what you can do for her. Okay, that's not someone you want to fall in love with and get married to. This whole movie is fucking bullshit. Okay, and a guy who just decided yesterday after meeting this girl once that he doesn't want to be a fucking male gigolo anymore. That shit don't happen. Okay, that's not realistic either. Okay, get the fuck out of here. All right, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. All right. But Audrey Hepburn is a charming actress, okay? You can't keep her eyes off of her. The camera's in love with her, especially in the scene, okay? So she covers him with her trench. She covers the cat with her trench coat, okay? And she was so used to being Holly that Holly is basically Lula Mae's protector. Lula Mae Barnes' protector is Holly Golightly. That's the character she invented and became to protect Lula Mae, just like fucking Marilyn Monroe protected Norma Jean Baker. Okay, that's basically what it was. All right. You know, she was an alter ego that she created to protect her real self, Lula Mae Barnes. That's the part that she doesn't want to show anybody. But in this scene here, she's showing Lula Mae to the cat, which means that she's showing it to fucking to Paul, which Paul has never seen Lula Mae. He's only seen Holly Golightly. Okay, but I think that he sees Lula Mae. Okay, for the first time, she's acknowledging, okay, I am Lula Mae. This is who I really am. And the truth is that I fucking need you. Okay, I'm tired of doing this shit. I'm getting older. Well, she was already 31. Okay, hey, that would have been the wall for most women, but because it's Audrey Hepburn, you know, we don't know how old she is in this movie. I just know she was 31 in real life when she filmed this movie, okay? But if the wall hadn't hit her, it was coming up pretty soon. Sorry, ladies, but it's the fucking truth, okay? That's why they don't have, that's why, you know, you don't have fucking women in their 40s and shit fucking in these rom-coms that are successful, okay? That work, because it's just not realistic, okay? So yeah, so that's going on, and she falls in love. She realizes that she's gonna open her heart to fucking Paul. I think in a way she does have feelings for him, but she doesn't want to go there. Okay, like I said, it's her feelings at war with her desires. Okay, and by desires means that what is she used to? She's used to rich men taking care of her, pampering her, telling her how beautiful she is, how charming she is, how she's the life of the fucking party. That's what she's really in love with, okay? But this movie is going to expect you to fucking believe that she's going to give all that fucking shit up so that she can settle down with a fucking out-of-work fucking writer who used to be a fucking male gigolo. Okay, she's gonna fall in with him. Bull fucking shit. Ripley don't believe that shit, and you shouldn't either. Okay, but this movie was written by a gay guy, so of course that's what's gonna happen here in fucking lollipop land. Okay, and you're supposed to believe it. All right. So yes. So here these two fucking prostitutes fall in love with each other at the end, and they realize they're meant for each other. Well, they're meant for each other. They deserve each other. There's a difference between deserving each other and being meant for each other. Okay. Okay, so that's going on here, okay, so yeah, so Holly Golightly, I think, was Lula Mae's protector. She forgot that she is Lula Mae, Okay, she got so caught up in being Holly Golightly that she forgot that she really is Lula Mae Barnes. That's who she really is. Okay, and when you put all that bullshit aside, all the superficiality aside, all the parties and the fucking clothes, you know, and the lipstick and the alcohol and the cigarettes, you know, and all those fucking, you know, all the society people that when you put all that shit aside, she's just Lula Mae Barnes, and she doesn't want to do this shit alone. Okay, so better to fucking be honest with who she is and be her authentic self. Okay, which I think is a fucking party girl, let's face it. But this movie expects you to believe that it's this lonely fucking woman who just needs a man to protect her. No, that's her scam. That's her racket. Okay, that's how she manipulates men. That's not who she really is. God damn it. Okay, but this movie ain't gonna go there. Okay, it's gonna expect you to fucking think that she just fucking changes to another person right away because she lost a fucking cat and because fucking Paul gave her a fucking talking down to. Nah. You don't change people that fast or that easy, okay? They change over experience. Now, maybe she could have gone into a relationship with him thinking, yeah, he'll do for now until something better comes along. And then she eventually developed feelings for him. That would be more believable, but not some fucking out of work fucking prostitute who just lost her fucking sugar daddy. All of a sudden is gonna fucking realize that she's really in love with this fucking male gigolo. Okay, nah, that shit don't happen in real fucking life, okay? Get the fuck out of here. This movie belongs on the fucking Sci-Fi Channel. It doesn't belong on the fucking Hallmark Network. All right, so that's going on here, okay? And then she walks to Paul, okay, and they have a kiss, a very fucking platonic kiss. Well, it was 1961. There was no tongue back then, okay? And of course we hear Moon River again. Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday. Okay, and this is like the 19th time we've heard that song in this movie, and that officially ends fucking Breakfast at Tiffany's. Bullshit at Tiffany's, okay? They're kissing in the fucking rain while she's holding her fucking pussy in her arm, all right? And of course, he's in love with her. He still is, despite the fact that he was slinging his schlong and getting paid $300 a fucking orgasm and living in a super expensive fucking apartment with a lot of designer furniture and designer clothes, designer bed sheets, and she even had fucking statues in this fucking apartment. Okay, all this shit that Holly did not have. Holly kept her apartment like a fucking shithole. She had barely any furniture. She kept her phone in a fucking suitcase. She had nothing on her mantles. Okay, but she had a shitload of expensive clothes. Okay, I mean, Christ, she had her fucking makeup and her lipstick in her fucking mailbox. Okay, that's where she put on her fucking makeup, in her mailbox. Okay, and she wore fucking satellite dishes, and she wore fucking Blues Brothers glasses indoors. Okay, I mean, this woman's fucking crazy. This is fucking Carrie Bradshaw, you know, the OG Carrie Bradshaw. This is fucking bullshit. All right, but we're expected to go along with her because she's quirky. She's quirky, okay? But yeah, so she falls in love with a fucking gigolo. Okay, movie's over. Now my conclusion, okay, well, come on. I already explained it, okay? This movie's a piece of shit. It's not realistic at all. I think we've already covered all that in these videos, okay? Holly Golightly is a charming character. I will give her that. She is charming. She does know how to flirt with men. That part's believable. Audrey Hepburn gives an incredible performance. She does a great performance in this movie. I have not really watched her. I watched that fucking movie she did with Fred Astaire. You probably all know the one I'm talking about. I think it was called Funny Girl, but don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure that's what it is, because some girlfriend I was dating made me watch it. Okay, Fred Astaire was like, what, 48 in the movie, and she was like, what, 25? But who gives a shit, right? Okay, so yeah, I think I watched that one, and that's it. I am not an Audrey Hepburn fan. I did not follow her career. I know the shit that she's done just because I keep tabs on old Hollywood. It's one of my pastimes. I like to research old Hollywood, so I know who she is. I know what she's done, but this is only the second Audrey Hepburn movie I've ever seen. I never fucking saw Sabrina. I never saw fucking Roman Holiday, okay? Because I don't give a shit about Audrey Hepburn, okay? She was just another woman that fucking, you know, that capitalized on her success in Hollywood. You know, I do have respect for Audrey Hepburn as far as she's a survivor of World War II. You know, she was part of the Dutch resistance there. You know, she did risk her life to save the fucking soldiers, you know, French soldiers, you know, during the war, you know. I respect the fact that she had to, you know, she almost starved to death. They had to live off of fucking some sort of fucking plants that they had to grow, you know, and then she had to give up her ballet career because she was so malnourished during the war, you know, and that instead of dancing, she became an actress, okay, and she became a very successful actress, and she's got talent. I'll say she's the most talented person in this fucking movie. She steals the whole movie. I mean, this movie without her, this movie does not work at all. Okay, but I just don't think the message was very good. This shit isn't gonna fucking happen. Prostitutes don't fucking fall in love with each other like this. Okay, not high-end prostitutes. I don't know. Maybe some fucking real life prostitutes are treated like shit. I know. I've met some. Okay, I used to work at a titty bar, and we had a lot of the pimps would fucking. That's how they worked their girls, out of the fucking titty bars. Okay, they weren't hooking on the street. They worked out of the fucking titty bars. Okay, these girls got beat up. They were treated like shit. They were starved. Okay, I can't tell you how many girls I'd seen were covered in fucking bruises. Okay, because they didn't do what they were fucking told. That's not something to aspire to. That's not something you want to be. That's not something this movie's not a realistic portrayal of about women that fucking use men for money, of how they're treated or what their lifestyles are like. It's bullshit. It's just some fucking immature fucking 31-year-old woman, okay, who doesn't know how to fucking live. That's what it is. That's a red flag. At 31, you should know better. At 18 is more believable, but they didn't have Holly Golightly as 18 like she was in the book. She's 31. Okay, she should know fucking better. Okay, but she doesn't. Okay, and guys, high value men do not fall in love with women like, yeah, they'll fuck a girl like this. Of course they will, especially if she makes the first move. It's a done deal. Okay, but put a ring on it, marry her. Okay, Jose Piero was very, very much right in not wanting to be with someone like Holly. He doesn't want to be with a low value woman like this, a woman who's in the newspaper. That's going to insult him. It's going to insult his family. He'll get cut off. Okay, if he's caught socializing with her. Okay, so of course not, That's actually more realistic, okay? But the movie doesn't want to dwell on that. He's a rat for doing that. No, he's not a rat. Okay, he's a stuck-up, selfish asshole. But that's the only kind of guys that fucking Holly Golightly ever even considers dating. Stuck-up, selfish assholes. That's what she wants. That's what turns her on. That's what gets her going. That's what gets her up in the morning. Not a guy that fucking legitimately loves her, that gives a shit about her, that wants her to do better with her life. No, that's not the kind of guy she's ever be attracted to. Okay, and she's still not. I mean, the guy that treats her with respect is a fucking gigolo. Come on. Ripley don't believe this shit. But you do. You do. That's why you love this movie so much, isn't it? That's why you love this movie, because this shit could happen to me too, right? Yes, absolutely. If I just fuck all these rich men over and over again, and one of them is going to fall in love with me. Yes. And I'm going to fall in love with him too. And we're going to have 9 fucking Brazilian brats together. And I'm going to be the queen of Brazil. Ah, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Shave that drama for your mama, okay? Go fucking save that shit for when you're playing with your fucking vibrator. Okay, anyway, this concludes my review of Bullshit at Tiffany's. I thank you all very much for watching these videos as long as you have. And I will be back shortly. I'm going to continue destroying your chick flicks, although I think the next next movie I've been thinking about, I think it's going to be a chick flick praise. Okay, I'm tired of fucking giving shit to these fucking chick flicks. I'm going to pull one out. I'm going to pull out a chick flick that maybe you probably haven't seen, I don't know, but I thought was actually really good. Yes, I'm going to review a good chick flick for a change. Yeah, how you like them apples? Yeah, there are a few good ones out there. There are. There's some that I approve of. Okay, that got it kind of right. They were at least they were charming. Okay, this movie was charming. It just wasn't believable. Okay, but the next one I'll pull out will be a little bit more believable, and hopefully you'll find it charming. Okay, all right. So thank you for watching this long. I am Diego Knows, and I will see you soon on the next movie review that I do. Thank you.